Canadian as fuck on Revolution Radio
Great
Canada.
opening.
Hello.
Hi, we suck at audio.
So professional. So unbelievably professional, right? It doesn't get any better than that. My name is Craig G. Alongside our pals Dimitri Alexiou and Derek Lewis. We'll do introductions towards the end of the program where you can find these cats and, all good stuff. So the last time we played that intro to the show, we had the lead guitarist from a band called Revcall. His name's Alex. Super, super awesome guy. He actually is, or was, my daughter's guitar teacher, and just an awesome dude, super wicked cat. When we played that intro, he had said he was the one that was actually like, man, I should have gotten my glow sticks for that, So that's where the whole
I was gonna say
that's where the whole glow sticks thing
like,
came.
Where's my glow sticks?
It was Alex from Revcall. So there you go. So anyway, we have got principal singer songwriter lead guru of a band called Revcall, and he is with us tonight. His name is Norm, and dude, we are super stoked to have you, man. We got lots of stuff to talk with you about. So thanks for joining us
Principal
tonight.
Skinner. I got all excited.
Huh?
You said Principal Singer, and I thought you were going to say Principal Skinner, and I got all excited.
Gotcha.
Ignore me. It's fine.
For Gen Z audiences of Canadian as fuck.
Yeah.
Derek is referencing a cartoon that is still on the air that no one watches.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Anyway, Norm, thanks for being here, brother. We appreciate you.
Very happy to be here. Excited to be here.
All right. We got tons of stuff to get to, my friend, so we are going to get right to it. Dimitri, take it away, my friend.
Canadian as fuck would like to begin by acknowledging the indigenous peoples of all the lands that we're on today. While we meet tonight on a virtual platform, we would like to take a moment to acknowledge the importance of the lands we call home. And we do this to reaffirm our commitment and responsibility in improving relationships between nations, to improving our own understanding of local indigenous peoples and cultures, and to try to move forward in a spirit of reconciliation and
collaboration. I love you, Dimitri. You're awesome. Thanks, buddy. Greatly appreciate you doing that.
You're awesome.
You're awesomer.
You're awesome.
You're awesome, mess.
You're awesome, Miss Derek.
All right,
Norm,
awesome.
we're getting to know you.
Yeah, I know.
So,
I know. You guys just keep doing your thing. I'm enjoying watching.
Yeah, right. Exactly. We, as Derek would say, we'll get to you in a minute.
Okay. I'll be here.
We had an awesome chat with our pal Alex, probably about a good 20 shows or so ago, and
I don't think it was that many.
No, I think so. Actually, I think it was.
74?
Buddy, time as. Was it 74?
74 or 73, I think, yeah.
Nice. Okay. All right.
I'm a big fan.
All right. Woo! Dude, we appreciate you being a big fan, and it's nice to actually talk to said fan because you got a lot of stuff going on right now, my friend. So, Norm, if you could do us a favor, please, just let all of the good folks out there know, what is a Revcall?
A Revcall. Well, Jack Daniels was taken that name. So Jack Daniels was adopted when he was 9. By a guy named Reverend Daniel Call. And when he went off to the Civil War, he sold the distillery to Jack when he was 13. So we're really drinking Mr. Reverend Daniel Call's whiskey. Dan Call said, like, my own, I like my ring. So that's my time. So,
that's awesome.
Kind of works. Yeah.
Awesome, dude. So where are most of you guys based out of? I know where you're from.
Yeah.
And we, of course, know where Alex is from.
Yeah, Alex is a Markham boy. Jeff and I grew up in Stouffville. And, our drummer actually is from just outside of Montreal and Kirkland. Both our parents, Jeff and my parents, are from Montreal too. So, we won't get into the hockey night stuff quite yet, but that's where we're from. I'm on a farm on the Markham Stouffville border. So, just on the last of the farmland up here.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Whereabouts is that roughly, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm up on Warden.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
All right.
Gotcha. Warden, Stouffville Side Road area?
Yeah, yep, a little bit up,
Ish.
a little bit closer to Markham, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Fantastic, brother. Good stuff.
That's why my internet is laggy, but it's farm life.
That's right. I think you guys actually, do you guys by any chance get any fucking internet down there, bud? Or
my brother Daryl and his brother Daryl. Hold on, I got my Stovall hat for you there. Here we go. Okay. There we go. Right.
Yes,
we got him last night. There we go. Okay.
Fuck yeah. Right on, bud. I love it when good Canadian boys can actually pull out the Canadian accent. I think it's really funny.
I don't know if that was... I don't know what that was, honestly.
What are you talking about? That was full-on Shoresy from...
fuck yeah, bud. Oh, yeah.
But he was
right?
He was referencing Larry, Daryl, and Daryl, who are from Newhart, set in Vermont.
Well,
Vermont, Quebexico, it's all the same thing.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly. Yeah. So, just can you sort of give us the kind of the broad strokes as far as how you guys all ended up getting together, and if you'd be able to talk about essentially your songwriting style, which is super, super cool and very unique.
Yeah, absolutely. So Jay kicked me out of a band. We were like a cover band, and I wanted to play like Beatles, Eagles, and Elton John and stuff, make some money. And his boys were playing like Guns N' Roses, Iron Maiden, stuff like that, which I love. I just couldn't sing it. So anyways, the band decided to relieve me of my duties. And I went off doing the solo thing. And years later, I started a band, and which was Revcall, and I thought it was I wrong? So harmonies and like very nice, like kind of country, easy rock didn't happen. So anyways, Jay's actually, I called Alex, like you guys said on the last program. We played a lot of rugby together and knew each other from rugby. Essentially, we did some touring overseas, and I always had his number, and I never thought it would work out, but it did. And then my brother, we had a bass player that we love, and when he moved out to Saskatchewan, but we parted ways. That was a tough decision. But then all of a sudden, my brother came home from British Columbia after about 10 years, and I said, he's a guitar player. I said, do you want to play bass? And he's like, yes. And I said, perfect. So. And I just figured that our voices would mesh nicely, and they do. So, just adopted a new dog, so we're working with him. Sorry, ignore him.
No, that's okay. No problem. That's what live radio is all about, my friend. We love it.
Absolutely. So, anyways, songwriting. Yeah, I don't know. Stories. A lot of stories. I usually start off with a riff at the kitchen table. Anything that kind of sounds good. Then I start building from there. Having my brother home is a huge help because he's already been out. You can just bring him upstairs. Go, Flynn. Go, buddy. Good boy. Yeah, no. Sorry.
That's okay. Don't worry.
He's 3. He needed a home. So anyways, yeah. So the songwriting, I love telling stories. I was a little rambunctious I still am. I'm a little outgoing, so I have some good stories about traveling all over the States and getting abducted by aliens and, some good party nights and stuff. So I like to write about that, and being a huge hip fan, and with the void of the hip gone, I'm really getting into writing about Canadiana. So Dead Elephant, for example, I'm writing a song that will hopefully be out for the Horseshoe Show. It's called Two Silver Men, and if you know the Horseshoe, you know who the Two Silver Men are. And it's also about the Leafs and Doug Gilmour. So, I got my inspiration from everywhere, and then there's the BS songwriting like She Gone and Colder and stuff like that, where you put yourself in the country music mindset where you're going to write about heartbreak or whatever, and is it real? It's like Hollywood. You embellish a little bit, right? Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
No, that's very cool, man. I think you guys have like this wicked, excuse me, kind of a mesh of a whole bunch of different sounds, if I may. It's kind of like Hank Williams III, and a bit of the Strokes. a bit of Johnny Cash, a bit of the Tragically Hip, and it's just like all of these influences that I think that as far as I'm concerned have touched your songwriting as well as touched the band. I just think they work brilliantly together. You know, some Allman Brothers in there as well too. So it's like just you've got this wonderful kind of foothold in Americana Southern rock.
Absolutely.
At the same time, you brilliantly managed to work in Canadiana, and I don't know how the fuck you managed to do that, but it's like very, very few songwriters I find can actually do that. You know what I mean?
I think a big part of it is like you nailed it. So I'm a piano player by trade, and Billy Joel, Elton John, those guys are like my huge influences.
I love Elton John. Huge Elton John.
They're wild. But if you look at early Elton John, what was he writing? He was writing honky tonk stuff from that would have been out in like the 60s or the 50s even.
Yeah.
You know, but I think, and I was hugely influenced by Skynyrd, and not mainstream Skynyrd, and the Doors. Like those guys were so like, I call them swampy in a way, you know, like. But anyways, you get this country guy with this Black Crowes kind of, that's what I'd like to sound like, and then you mix it with these Alex and Jeff and Jay, and I guess that's just what you get, right? Like Wanderlust, the second song on one of Blood, Sweat and Beers, that's a Johnny Cash song. It's just a 1-4-5, and I just was strumming like this, and listen to it. It sounds like, I don't know, it's heavy. It's our heaviest song.
It's really, but it's interesting to hear like a rock and roll guy actually talk about chord progressions. You don't hear many people saying 1-4-5, right? I know what you mean by that, right? So, you know, I'm a musician. So is Derek. Derek's actually a songwriter as well too. So it's like,
I don't know.
So it's just basically the chords. So it's
explain it to the stupid people. Come on.
Right. Okay. So if you had 1-4-5, if say you start on A, right? And then you go up 4 chords from A, right? So then you would be at D, and then E, and then you'd be back at A, right? So that's a chord progression. So you'd have A, D, E, and then you'd go back to A, that kind of thing. I remember playing in a couple of different bands, playing in a funk band, and these musicians were so good. And I'm sitting back playing the drums, so I'm not doing any of this stuff. But they're like these guys are like screaming out to each other, you know, 2 flat 6 major 7, and they're shouting out these like chord changes, and I'm like, that's what it is, Derek. It's chord changes, right?
Yeah, that's when I put down the guitar and I say, okay, I'm just a singer
right,
now.
exactly. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck that is, but apparently to them it makes perfect sense because it sounds great, right?
No, exactly. So Craig, remember I was talking. Remember before I told you I was playing in a band with Peter. Right. So Peter Dywick and my buddy Tristan Avakian, who's like, I refer to him as the guitar god. Right. He's fantastic player. So I'm in a band with these guys, and we're working on this song, and he's sitting there doing exactly what you just said. Him and Tristan are sitting there. And they're like, okay, and then we'll go to this, and then we'll go to that, and then
5 major 7, yeah,
and
exactly,
and then the 5th, and then go to the 9th, right? Yeah. And they're like, Derek, keep up, and I'm like,
keep up with what? yeah.
Because this is the quintessential, like, I'm having a phone call with China right now, and there's no interpretation.
I will say guitar, like, I've never taken a guitar lesson in my life, and I think that's what helps develop these songs. It drives Alex nuts because he is a guitar wizard.
Alex.
So if I'm doodling and I hear something, I'm like, oh, I like that. He goes, well, that's not how that works. You need to, and I'm like, no, I like it. Come on, let's keep it. So I got to twist his arm a bit. But like what I do, Craig, is if my brother writes a song, I just sit there with a whiteboard and I have the chords down and away I go. It's the only way to work. Like, and I'm not a piano. I can talk piano. When it comes to guitar and this band, I let the Jeff and Alex they're magic men.
But you mentioned riffs earlier, like writing songs off of riffs.
Yeah,
and that's sort of like a very rock and roll thing, you know.
Absolutely.
That's Keith Richards waking up out of a dream with the riff to Satisfaction.
Satisfaction, yeah.
So as a piano player, do you ever hear a riff and then think, let me talk to the guitar department?
Yeah. Well, usually the riffs, like, okay, so Bad Dogs. Bad Dogs is something that I just was sitting there and really cool intro and just picked away and it works and it carries the whole song, like the whole song. And the other stuff, if I have something, and then I was just like, I like that. I'm going to keep it. And it's just this cool bluesy stranglehold kind of thing. But the singing is.
And I love your voice on that too, with that distorted. That's so fucking cool, man.
It's not bad for Alex's Basement.
I know it's great.
Yeah, no, it's I think that the songwriting and the riffing and stuff like that. Yes, I definitely can go to my brother and be like, this is what I'm hearing in my head. And then these guys just like, they're like the guys at the computer going like this, creating, they're like Zuckerberg creating Facebook, and I'm the guy just going, like, that's how Steven Tyler and Joe Perry write, right?
Yeah,
sure. Dave Grohl, the same thing, right? Like Dave Grohl doesn't know shit about music, but he knows what he likes. And, when he plays a chord, they're like, that's not a chord. And he's like, I don't care. I like it.
Yeah. Well, we all know lots about music because we love it, right? And you guys, as much as me, and that's our only rule in Revcall. If it sounds good, we keep it. If it doesn't sound good, But we all know because we're all so engulfed. We're obsessed with it. It's our life. Yeah. So, that's.
And it was recorded in a basement.
Yeah, so we tried, like, before COVID, we tried to cut 4 songs out in Hamilton. And really nice guys. It didn't work out. Cost us some dough. And Alex is one of those guys. He's like the kids in, I think it was Me, Myself, and Irene, and Chip Carey's leaving for the day. He's like, oh, what are you doing, kids? Oh, we're going to build a helicopter. And then he's like, yeah, okay, have fun. And he gets home and they built a helicopter. That's Alex.
Yeah,
like he's done it all. He's taught himself how to mix master. Is the quality as good as going into a studio? No, but when you're getting offers for $5,000 a song, it's like, get bent, So, yeah,
brilliant, man.
And so how was it without? So this, I'm assuming that this is all self-produced, right?
Oh, all of our stuff? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And how easy was it to take what you were hearing in your head and make it real without the insistence of some sort of expert behind the sliders and everything?
Well, you know what? We play a lot. Well, it's slowed down a bit, I will say that. 2 kids and the life's getting busier and busier.
And the new dog.
Another dog, to add to the farm. But you know what? It's one of those things. We've played these songs for like, we play them in and out, and we know how we want that. We rehearse. When you get a chance to come and see us, one thing people always say is, "Holy, you guys are so tight," and that's rehearsal, years and years. We know each other inside and out. I don't have to look at any of them. They don't have to look at me, and we know our cues. And when we go into the recording, we play with things. Like in Caveman, for example, Alex had that crazy idea of the voices in the cave and the guy living in his head. And that's cool because we can't do that on stage. But it's the production kind of adds to it. So it's kind of fun because I was listening to The Hip, your guys' show on The Hip today, because that's my favorite episode. And you guys were talking about I love them. I love both of them. But you guys were talking about as a live band, it's so different live, and sometimes that live is better. But to me, it's kind of cool to hear it produced as well, because you you kind of get extras, and your singing is perfect. Or how you want it.
Yeah, exactly. So
well,
Gord,
they're definitely live and in studio are totally like different experiences, like benefits, their own unique benefits to both of those.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So Gord Downie's a big influence on you?
Oh, huge. I was kind of laughing at you guys. I'm like, you rookies. I heard 5 times, 0. They were my high school band, man. We went everywhere to see them. I think I saw them 11 times.
Wow.
Gord Downey, yeah, and now we've got friends in Kingston and more so in Bath, and guy named Trevor Walsh. I love that sound. Guy named Trevor Walsh. He's phenomenal. He's like one of the best. He's definitely the best musician I've ever seen or met personally. But he's at the studio. He knows these guys. It's crazy. I have not got to meet any of them yet. Next to seeing them roll into where was that? Oh my gosh, Fort York. I saw Sinclair. He opened the window, and as we were like waiting 12 hours before the show, he like looked out and waved, and I was like, fanboy. But yeah,
would you be able to talk to them? Like, be cool, maintain coolness?
No. I think, you know what? To tell you the truth, probably, because they're just, from what I know and from what I've heard about them, they're just amazing, chill people. Everybody
shit standing up.
That's right.
Yeah, I know. It's just that there's these people that like throughout the majority of that have been around through the majority of my life, like the hip were, that I don't know. I remember I've seen every member of the hip like from across a room of some sort, and never had the guts to talk to any of them.
Yeah, because you've got that Canadian factor where you're just like, I don't want to bug them, eh?
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. I don't want to bug you.
They're busy.
Oh, my brother-in-law's the biggest Sheepdogs fan ever, and he's at the Jays game, and there's Ewan like just sitting, or they're at the flight deck, and he's like, "Oh, I should have bought him a beer." I'm like, "Absolutely." And have you seen the size of him? Buy him too. He's like 15 feet tall.
Yeah. Oh, really? Wow.
Oh, yeah. When they set his mic up, they gotta like get a guy on the ladder.
Yeah, I remember one time I was at the Reservoir Lounge getting a beer at the bar, and Jeff Healy stood next to me at the bar waiting his turn to get a beer.
Did he notice you?
I can't remember if I had the guts. I can't remember if I had the guts to say anything. It's just, sir, I probably didn't. I know what you did, Derek.
Revolution Radio Canada does not endorse nor condone anything that comes out of Derek Lewis's mouth. So there's our
Derek, the new Don Cherry.
Right? That's me.
All right,
100%, yeah.
He's coming with me.
Other you know what? Other than I think my the only like either non interaction with somebody famous or bad interaction with somebody famous was my mod club story. And other than that, I'm one of those people. Like I don't care.
Well,
like, I get you're famous. I get like, you're huge. And yes, I think you're fantastic and stuff. But I met Bret Hart in a bar, and everybody else was like, "Oh my god," and taking pictures, and I'm like, "Dude's just trying to have a fucking beer."
That's right.
Yeah.
Right.
That's why I think I leave people alone.
Yeah.
My instinct is to leave people alone because he's just trying to have a beer.
Yeah.
I
shook his hand, and he's like, "Oh, you want a picture?" I'm like, "No." He's like, "You want me to sign something?" I'm like, "Nah."
No, you
suck. He's like, "This is it?" I'm like, dude, this is like, you're like my Sinatra for fuck's sakes, right? Like,
I'm a Hogan fan. Hulkamania. Yeah. You ripped your tarp off,
Yeah, that's right, exactly. No, for me,
Shawn Michaels says
what?
Hi. Right?
Yeah. For me, my whole thing is fuck them. I've given them my money. You're giving me a signature. Goddamn. No. I met Doug Gilmour I do. I've DJ'd a few times. This company called CanCom Security. Really, really super sweet guy named Ron Wells owns the company, and he gets myself and my buddy Brian to do it. And Doug Gilmour is one of their ambassadors, their brand ambassadors, and he is literally as nice a guy as you could possibly imagine. For me, Dougie is one of my hockey heroes.
So Craig, I think we were on the same wavelength, because that's what I was gonna say. Is I was working a bar at a golf club just down the road, and he would come to the member guest, and I would be like, yeah, okay, Doug Gilmour comes. And then I hear a voice. Oh, just ask Norm for whatever. And then we heard, Norm, get me double vodka soda, tall glass. And I turned around. I was like, yes, Mr. Gilmour. Yes, Mr. Gilmour.
Yeah.
I was like, and that was cool. But I think that's because that's your childhood hero, or like. And those Leafs were bigger. They were larger than life.
Oh, I love that.
Dougie
era.
and Clark,
Felix
and
Potvin, Andrew
Roberts,
Gary
Felix
Roberts. Felix was my favorite.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Wendell was the best captain.
My wife actually taught Gary Roberts' daughter, and she said that they were just the sweetest family you could have ever met. And I can't see that. Who is it?
It's Belak.
Oh, it's Wade Belak.
Oh, Wader.
Yeah, that's a sad
beauty.
story.
That is, I love.
I love that his hand is the size of my head. If
he was a big boy.
Such a big dude.
Yeah, for sure. No, Dougie actually was hilarious too, because I was emceeing on the golf course, and every time he would come up, like he'd get to the ninth and then the 10th hole, like coming in getting ready to go out to the back nine. And he comes walking up to me, and he's like, I can hear you on the fucking 6th tee, dude. You are so loud. And I was like, am I really? And I said, perfect. Guess what I'm going to do the next time you tee off? He's like, you son of a bitch. So, of course, he gets to the ninth. He gets to the ninth tee, and I'm like, Doug Gilmour stands to the and I start doing the whole golf, the whole golf impersonation. Anyway, he loved it. He was like, he just loved it.
Craig, here you go. Here's some new lyrics from the new song, because I told you. I'll give you a sneak peek.
Are we getting back to music? All right.
Yeah, back to music. It's King of Kings took our ring. Fisher says he didn't see a thing. Killer's eye is almost out. Never really could figure it out. Ain't it a shame? It's our damn game. So that's the second verse of the new one, and I hope you guys know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I don't.
No, 93.
Yeah.
There was a missed call, but when you're 99,
a missed call in.
Yeah, Carrie Fisher or no. Carrie Fraser. Carrie Fraser.
Sorry, Fraser. Yeah. Sorry, I said Fisher. It's Fraser.
Are we talking hockey?
Yeah.
Yeah, then I have no fucking idea.
All right. Okay, let's get back into music. So
no, but I do remember that game. I remember that game very well, because I watched that game at the Sky Dome with my friend.
You were at that game physically?
No, I was not at that game. That game was in LA.
Yeah, I was going to say, because it wasn't.
So the Sky Dome was opened up to Leafs fans to watch the game on the Jumbotron for free. And I remember when wait a second, that was Game 6.
Yeah.
I watched Game 7 in the Sky Dome.
Okay.
And then I remember...
So you're a liar.
I corrected myself to prevent the lie from going on.
Jesus.
But I remember when we lost Game 7, because we came to within a goal.
And then you remembered the next year, and the next year, and the next year.
Well, hold on. I remember what I said. I remember what I said when they lost, because I just remember sort of bowing my head in dejection. But we had gotten to the Final Four, so that was great.
Yeah.
And I remember I said, well, this was a rebuilding year, so we'll be even better next year.
And we've been saying that for the last 25 years.
I said we'll be even better next year. And I looked at my friend who was to my right, and that friend, he died last year, so I have very, very bittersweet memories of this. But it's like I remember there were tears streaming down his face, and he couldn't speak. right?
Yeah.
And then like a minute passed, and I had just have 2 words to say: Carrie Fraser.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So okay. Question. Here we go. Let's start with our guest here, our esteemed guest this evening, our man Norm from Revcall. Your favorite live show of all time? Go.
Oh my gosh. Okay, 30th birthday. We flew down to Miami and I saw Jimmy Buffett open for the Eagles.
Oh my God!
What year was this?
Wow.
This
With
was
Florida.
6 years ago, and it was Vince Gill was playing with the Eagles because Mr. Fry had passed away. I
Right.
think a year before.
Oh, it was
Right.
Vince Gill?
Wow.
I thought it was,
yeah.
Okay.
Was
All
it
right.
at the
Deacon
Florida
was there
Panthers
too.
arena or
No, it was at Miami Dolphins,
Miami
like
Dolphins?
the Hard Rock Stadium.
Wow.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. And,
Okay, you know what? You're our guest. You can give us 2 more.
Okay, Garth Brooks Hamilton.
Garth always puts on a killer show for sure. Yeah, my wife saw Garth Brooks. She said he was amazing.
Yeah, that's just the guy is wild.
Yeah, he's nuts.
Oh boy. Okay. I'm gonna go a hip show, and I'll do Hip at the Key World Container.
Fantastic.
That was that
Key to
was a cool
Bala?
one. Yeah.
Oh, what? You know what? I've never seen a show at the Key to Bala.
It's pretty cool.
Neither have
It's a place to see a Canadian band. Go see the Sheepdogs up there. It's next level. You feel like
Yeah.
I have a song. It's an older song. It's called I don't even remember, but it's about the Key. It's called Sheep actually, and it's about going to see the Hip and the Sheepdogs up at the Key, and people start jumping, and you feel like it's going into the water. It is the most wild experience. Very cool place.
No, at some point I'm gonna have to do that. Can you estimate what the capacity of the Key to Bala is?
Oh,
like
it's small. It's small. It's I would maybe like if the horseshoe says it could hold 5, maybe, but I don't know because of all the different rules of like it being on the water. I have no idea.
so you're estimating it's about the size of the horseshoe.
It's bigger, but it's different. It's a different layout. And the horseshoe, like it's big, but it's not. You know what I mean? Like, and I think the horseshoe holds 500. Like that's max, but I don't even know if it still is. I just finished the book.
So it's interesting. It says here, depending upon how you configure the venue to your specifications, it can hold standing room up to 1,200 people.
Holy, the Key?
The Key, yeah.
That thing's going into the water. It's going in the water. That'll be another song.
Yeah.
The new Edmund
Ballard
Fitzgerald.
Falls,
Yeah.
Wow. So on Ballard Falls, yeah.
Yeah, that's you know what? It has it's got a floor, then it has a ring, and then it has another ring, and it has a huge dock patio. Go check it out. It's worth it.
Yeah.
One of the best venues I think around, but I spent my whole bank account on going to see shows. Maiden, Jimmy Buffett. I saw the Doors with Ian Astbury. I've seen the Cult a billion times. Flogging Molly, Dropkick Murphys. Oh, you're a big Cult fan, eh, Dimitri?
Yeah, I saw them at the Cool House.
Oh yeah, House, yeah.
I saw them at the concert hall when they toured. When they toured Electric.
I just saw Lucas Nelson at the concert hall. Willie's son, Lucas Nelson, and The Promise of the Real. That venue is wicked.
Yeah, the concert hall is fantastic. It's great.
Why don't people I don't know. This city blows my mind, man.
Yeah, there's a million.
I think that there's
we could do a whole show with you just on amazing venues and venues that have closed down because the city is insane.
Well, I don't know. Does Bell Globe Media or Bell Media, do they still own the concert hall?
I think they do. I think so.
So they keep using it as a studio for various things.
Yeah.
So it's not available.
Cool place.
Derek, what about you?
What?
Cool shows, favorite shows.
Well, watching Jeff Healey play trumpet at the Orbit Room is probably my quintessential Canadian as fuck concert comment.
Nice.
So there's that. I don't know. Getting to see Guns N' Roses was actually pretty up there.
What show?
That was like just a couple, like just before COVID.
Skydome or ACC?
I think it was ACC.
Okay, that was a better show.
Yeah,
I saw Guns N' Roses with Metallica and Faith No More. That was awesome.
When they
Did
didn't
they come
show
on
up,
stage?
the one where they rioted.
No, that was Montreal.
Okay.
So I had cool seats, Derek, for the Guns show. I was up top, and you'd see Axl, like he'd just like blow his lungs out, and you'd see him go into this room to get oxygen, and then he'd come firing back out, and I was like, that is wicked. Like, like the guy is like,
that's rock and roll.
It's Superman, and I know your feelings on Axl, boys, but he did good on that ACC show.
Well,
Nice.
If you remember what I said about Axl is like he's really, this is not Canadian content, people. He's really got to do what a bunch of other musicians have done, like Sinatra, Tony Bennett, Bono, Cher, minus the auto-tune, but they adjust the key that they're singing in as their voice changes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Right? Like Axl's still trying to sing like, it's 1987.
Oh yeah.
And you can't do that.
Nothing could be worse than Vince Neil. That's a train wreck.
We're not going to talk about that because that's upsetting.
It's really sad. It really is. It's so sad.
But Billy Joel does it. He transposes down, and he sounds better than ever. Check out that new song. That new song is wild.
Because you're singing within your range, right?
Absolutely.
Like it's totally good. I think the best. Okay, not concert, but the best interaction seeing a musician play ever was walking up to some guy that was busking on the street and everybody else is walking by him. No one's giving a shit. And me going, holy fuck, it's Stompin' Tom Connors.
Ah, really?
And I stood there for an hour.
Holy shit.
Yeah. And I just
talk about good Canadian boy.
All right, I got one.
We didn't ask you.
I'm going anyway.
Do it.
So, all right. So during the pandemic, I basically stepped out at one Saturday afternoon to go get some like fruit and vegetables or something like that at a nearby place that I like. And I took a shortcut down a side street, and I see that there's a bunch of people gathered at the end of a driveway. And it's and Devin Cuddy and his brother Sam Pauly are playing in the driveway, and I see that their dad, Jim Cuddy of Blue Rodeo, is watching them from the bottom of the driveway. And so I just sort of stand there.
Wow.
And they're playing, and a larger and larger crowd gathers. There's no live music at this time anywhere.
That's
so
amazing.
And then I see Jim Cuddy go into the house, come back out with a guitar, and he joins them.
That's amazing.
And I never got to the fruit and vegetable store.
Nice.
I probably forgot why you were outside.
Derek, that is one thing I will be doing. I told we played a charity thing for the School of Rock yesterday, and there was some Revcall fans there, and we were just talking. They're talking about the Horseshoe, and this is important to me. This is what I wanted when I started Revcall, was to headline unachievable goal. And I've got it.
Play on those checkerboard floors.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. But I listened to this amazing book. It's on Audible, and it's all about the Horseshoe, the whole history of the Horseshoe. And they talked about Stompin' Tom playing 25 nights straight
in a row.
That's
you can
wild.
You can find it on YouTube.
Yeah, it's wild. So I am cutting a piece of plywood. I don't really keep anything, or I'm like, I'm not really a trinket guy, but I'm bringing a piece of plywood, I'm dating it, and I'm gonna kick the crap out of that board, and it's
very nice.
Somewhere. So
awesome.
That's my little tribute to Mr. Tom.
Yeah, man.
Wicked, buddy.
Do it.
I'd have to say my favorite,
No
one
one
of my
asked you.
favorite Canadian concerts, I'd have to say was the Watchmen opening up for Big Sugar at Old Fort York.
Nice, yeah.
And
So
probably
what-
one of the loudest shows I've ever heard in my life, aside from Deep Purple. Deep Purple is hands down the loudest show I've ever heard.
Well, I saw the Watchmen at Lee's Palace, and I still say that Lee's Palace is my favorite concert venue in Toronto.
I saw Queens of the Stone Age with Dave Grohl on drums for the Songs of the Deaf tour at Lee's Palace. And
Yeah.
it was fucking amazing. Yeah, it was awesome. Yeah, it was great. Okay, we've got to talk about this show, and let's pull this up here. So we are going to share entire screen.
Is it going to go reverb?
And it's going to go like this. No, it's not going to go reverb
boy.
because there's no sound. So
Oh,
we have got, let's have a look-see here.
I don't even know. That's go to revcall.ca.
Go revcall.ca. Oh, dear.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sorry
dear.
about that. Oh, look
dear.
at that. Oh boy.
Oh, no. No.
Oh,
Oh,
Sorry, my bad. There we go.
just revcall.ca.
yeah. Get rid of the HTTP.
And
No,
the
no.
music.
Revcall.ca.
Yeah. There you go.
There we go.
Perfect.
Sorry.
We have a
There
fan
we
put
go.
that together.
There we
it is.
are.
I thought we were going to
Alright.
get the Southern Preacher video. Did
Oh.
you guys see that one on Instagram?
No,
Facebook?
haven't seen that one.
Oh, boys, you gotta get to work.
Okay, wait a minute. I saw one that you did. I was going to talk to you about your advertising as well too, where you were standing in front of a bus.
Oh no, that was
And-
just for the Rouge River thing yesterday.
Oh, okay, nice. Okay, cool. Yeah. So
No, there's another one up there about it's pretty entertaining. We like to have some fun.
you see, that's the thing. I love the advertising that you guys do on Instagram. I think your advertising campaigns are absolutely stellar. So
glad you
way
like
to go.
them.
Keep it up, guys. I think they're fantastic. I just love the fact that you have some fun with it and you do some
Absolutely.
humor. It's great.
Absolutely.
Don't take yourselves so seriously,
No,
as
man,
they
no.
say. Oh,
So,
did we lose
if you-
Derek?
He gone.
We lost Derek. Uh-oh.
He might be coming back.
I hope so.
So if you try and click that, Craig, try and click the poster, or maybe
This?
yeah, click
Yeah.
that. Let's see. Oh, it takes you to the horseshoe. Perfect. So you click
Nice.
the poster, you go and you grab your tickets. If on our Instagram, Facebook, we have decided to send down some circus buses. We have one leaving Stouffville, and from the hi Derek. We got one leaving Stouffville from the Rec Complex, and we've got one leaving from the Duchess. And yes, they are filling at a pretty good pace, but we'd love to fill them and show the horseshoe that bands from outside Toronto can kick some ass. So
and can fill up the horseshoe for sure.
absolutely. And you know what? We're big supporters of getting to and from places safely. We are a rock and roll band, and we sell a lot of beverages for some reason. And we also love our fans, and we want them to come back to other shows. So, this bus is going to be a lot of fun. You can check out circusbus.com. They're a Toronto company. The bus has like vintage arcade games, laser lights,
Oh my
fog
God.
machines. It's incredible. There's no pisser, so bring a bucket. No, don't do that.
Don't do that.
That's
No.
a farm boy in me.
Don't bring your own bucket. No.
Well, what
No,
about
don't, no.
like? Well, you can. Is there a catheter company that you can look into?
Oh no! It's called the
Dimitri.
Don Valley parking lot. Just hold it aside.
Yeah.
Everybody out. Everybody in. It's like
That's
the
right.
No,
clap bus.
get everybody a stadium pal before they get on the bus.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And
Yeah,
you're
right
good
out the
to go.
window. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Just
So we've got Buffalo Bill. We've been playing with them for 6 years. 3-piece power trio, man. These guys are killer for Mississauga. George Souza on guitar. Jeff, I'm not going to think of their last names. Jeff and Will, rhythm section. They're unbelievable. Take ZZ Top and Motorhead and put them in a blender, man. And it's a
Wow.
hell of a ride.
I see you're wearing their shirt, actually.
Yeah, big supporter. I you know what? It's funny because when we started playing, they were one of the bands that I wanted to just like play with, and then we ended up having so much in common, and we're kind of different shows. Our shows get a little wild. You never know what's going to happen with Revcall, but they're like, it's like a semi truck. Just it comes flying off the stage and it doesn't stop until they're off. They're wicked. Central, I unfortunately was at a funeral for a buddy's dad in high school a couple months ago, and I ran into another friend, and he's like, "Hey, Norm, what are you doing? Blah, blah, blah." And somebody said, like, "Norm, when do you play next?" And he goes, "Oh, you're in a band?" I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Oh, me too." I was like, "Oh, yeah, well, next time we play in the city, we'll get together and whatever." So that's their story. They're I know the drummer, but they're a cool, not as heavy in your face as Revcall and Buffalo Bill, but they're a great way. Like they've got this great Toronto sound that I could never achieve because I'm just not that chill. when it comes
You're just too much of a heck there, bud. You're too much of a fucking heck there.
I just it's just heavier rock and roll, right? But they got some. I've listened to their EP about a dozen times, and I'm into it. I dig it. So,
is there something on your website to get a seat on the bus?
So if you just message us, because we're just doing doing contact, so you could email us. You could, first you could follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Everybody, please follow Revcall. We're lonely. And then, just message us anywhere. We're pretty easy to get a hold of, and just say that you're looking for tickets on the bus. And buses are leaving Stouffville at 7:45, and the bus from Markham's leaving at 8. And then I'm working with Ben from the Horseshoe right now just to figure out details, but I'm thinking it'll be a late night. It's going to be a night. I say to my friends, I'm like, I only see you guys at funerals and weddings. Let's do more of these fun things. So this is going to be one of those fun memories, because it's taken me a long time to get there, and I don't know how long it's going to take to get back. So we're going to give it our all.
So that is a great idea. I got to give you kudos for coming up with that idea and reaching out to Circus Bus and everything. That sounds like a great time.
Yeah,
and it's a great way for all your buds to get to this gig. You know,
absolutely.
And so you're talking to the Horseshoe about like how late the night you think will go, and then then the buses will return everybody back.
Well, I think, like I said, we've booked the buses, so I've got some guys that are happy with me in the band and some that think I'm nuts. But you know what? At the end of the day, it's what we want to do. And if we have 70 people that have nowhere to go and they're going to sell beer, I think the Horseshoe's going to be very happy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
as long as there's sales, I think the bar's happy. So it's just finding that happy medium. The toughest thing about being in a rock and roll band in our at our level of where we are is we don't have roadies, we don't have whatever. So we got to clean up our own stage, and our stages are they're very interested. You guys heard about the chair last time, where you come and sit up on the best seat in the house?
Yes, we had heard that.
Last show we had a wolf, couple light up palm trees, a couple flags. Yeah, it gets extensive, but it's all in fun.
Why was there a wolf?
Our buddy in Montreal took over a loft, and he had this art piece that was I think it's like a 6 or 7 foot wolf, and I said I want that. So we got it. We spray painted it silver, and there's some pictures of some people riding it.
So was it a taxidermist?
No. No, it was an art piece.
And it wasn't alive.
No.
I wasn't going there. I did not.
No.
I wasn't under the
No, I don't like. There's some people I don't like, but animals I love. So
yes, yeah, absolutely.
But it's gonna be a lot of fun. I know we're working really hard on the set. Buffalo Bill is open for Anvil. Their last show, they opened for Anvil at the Elmo a couple months ago. Yeah, so it's gonna be. You know what? It's tough. I'm at the age right now, and I've got 2 little ones. A lot of my friends have little ones, but
yeah,
I'm telling you, we're at that stage now where it's like, honestly, funerals and weddings are fun, but I hate wearing suits. Come and have some fun.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
and hopefully we do good enough to go back there and play a Saturday.
Right on. Well, listen, brother, anything else that you wanted to just let know about, contact and info and all that good stuff?
No, honestly, we have, I think we have great Instagram content and Facebook content. Add us, please. Like we have a lot of fun doing it. People have a lot of fun watching it. The music, it is serious. We do care a lot about our craft, but it's the Canadian in us. It's the SCTV kind of stuff that we're just like, awesome. We like having fun as well. So please enjoy it and enjoy us. And for as long as it's around, because it's getting, the older I get, it's tough to stay as crazy, but I'm hoping to keep doing it for a while. So awesome. Please add us on our social media and come and enjoy local rock and roll.
Yeah.
Right on, brother.
Excellent message.
Cheers.
Well, listen,
May
dude.
31st evening just opened up.
Yeah. And so listen, again, brother, thanks so much, Norm, for joining us. We greatly appreciate you guys, and just wishing you the best of luck for that gig on May the 31st at the Horseshoe.
Thank you very much.
It's going to be a great time. So
and to you guys too. Thanks for doing I love your podcast.
Yeah,
thank you.
I almost listen. I try to listen every week. It's interesting hearing stories, and now I'm getting into indie artists from across the country. If I hear, my nephew plays out east, I'll even send you these guys because they deserve that opportunity. And unfortunately, in our industry, it's so tough.
We'll put them on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys very much. I honestly, I respect you guys, and I feel like I've known you for a long time. So thank
awesome.
you.
Thanks, brother. Thanks a lot, brother.
Norm's getting a cuddle May 31st.
Awesome. Well, listen, again, brother, thank you so much for your time. We greatly appreciate it. We are going to, did you want to just maybe tell us a quick story? You got anything to say about the tune we're going to play about Stouffville Saturday night?
You know what, Craig? If you grew up and went to those field parties, you know all about it, buddy.
Yeah, I know. I know them well. Yeah, for sure. I may have even played a few of them in the past as a musician or a DJ.
There you go.
So,
I did end up changing the last lyrics because they were a little. I didn't really want to be offensive in the recording, so I changed up the last lyrics to "Waking Up, It's So Pretty, Living in the Country, Close to the City." And Craig, I'm pretty sure you know that slogan. I
know exactly. Absolutely. It's on the Stouffville. It's on the Stouffville sign.
Yeah, but Norm, our show is called Canadian as Fuck. You can tell us. You could reveal.
You can tell us what the lyric was.
You can reveal here.
Oh well, the real lyric was "Waking up, my surprise, her daddy has a shotgun right between my eyes." So
yeah, that's not appropriate.
Well, that's not getting
over in the back of the truck. But
that's not. Yeah, exactly. That's not getting played on mainstream radio. Wow. Oh man. Well, listen.
Just like the guitar player, this one.
Exactly.
God damn it.
Guys, honestly, we really appreciate you, Norm, and best of luck, brother. We're going to have you guys back for sure. I'd actually love to have you and Alex on the program together. That'd be a lot of fun. So, yeah, definitely. Good luck with the May 31st gig, and we will talk at you soon. Okay, pal?
Cheers.
All righty, man.
Cheers.
Norm from the band Revcall. The May 31st at the Horseshoe Tavern, 370 Queen Street West in downtown Tirana. Make sure you check out this band. This is a... Yes,
and make sure that you add them on Facebook and Instagram and reach out to get on that bus.
That's right. Yeah. Bus leaving from Stouffville and a bus leaving from Markham. Absolutely. So yeah, if you can get on that bus and come down, have a wicked time. I guarantee you're going to have a blast with all of these bands. Our pals Revcall. The track is called Stouffville Saturday Night. Stouffville, my hometown, as well as Norm's. You are listening to episode 89 of Canadian as Fuck, and this is Revolution Radio Canada.
Go 89? Hell rains in. I know it's wrong, but I feel so Saturday night. Still, right down to give a thrill. Pick her up, check her out. Let the horses run and shout. Take a ride, hop inside. Girl, your face is big tight. Gun blazing, hell raising. I know it's wrong, but it feels so right. Got Stouffville, Saturday night. Sound, got Leonard Skinner playing loud. Take a walk, find the gang. Yeah, spin that hometown slang. See the smoke in the sky. Yeah, we're getting high. Blue lights, time to go on a redneck rodeo. Gun blazing, hell raising. I know it's wrong, but it feels so. Stouffville, Saturday night. Saturday night. Stouffville, Saturday night. Talk about Stouffville, Saturday night.
Fucking love these guys. Wicked stuff. You know what? Love these guys so much we're actually doing a double shot right here. Wanderlust. This is Revcall, Revolution Radio Canada.
Eternally insane.
some great fucking rock and roll for you there, boys. Some good Canadian boys on Canadian as fuck right here on fucking Revolution Radio, fucking Canada there, boys. Now that, Dimitri, is a Canadian accent.
Hey, Mike from Canmore.
Great. That's a great Canadian accent too, actually.
This is my dog. He's from Kenmore too.
That's a good one, my friend. Dude, I love that. Yeah, that like background vocal that's on Wanderlust there. It's like the voice is like, is that you or is
that's
that
my brother?
That's your brother. I think his
Nice.
voice is like fucking cracking towards the end of it, just right on that edge. Fuck, I love that fucking song, dude.
Did you
guys
mug
are properly
someone at
awesome.
Oktoberfest for that beer stein?
No, this one's from Boston. This one says my name on it. Oh, where is it? There it is.
Look
yeah.
at that.
Yeah. Oh, but the Oktoberfest collection comes out in September. That's in the basement. Big fan of those Germans and their beer drinking skills.
Yep.
I love how Cheers had a mug with your name.
Right?
Well, I would think it was somebody else. I'm just spitballing.
So anyway, when I went to Cheers, they did not have a mug with my name.
I'm
Dimitri.
surprised.
Actually, Dimitri, your spelling too is different. It's not the Dimitri.
No, everybody else is wrong. Everybody else is wrong.
Good for you, Mike. Good for you.
I thought it was Dime Tray.
It is.
Yeah,
So thanks for pronouncing my name properly, Norm.
Dime
Nice.
Tray Electric Fire.
I'm a breeder, not a reader.
Right on, brother.
Here comes the Scoville.
Dude, that's right. That's right. Hey, listen.
Norm probably knows my sister. That's
guilty as charged. Guilty as charged. Guilty as fucking charged there, bud. All right, guys. Norm, dude, you're awesome. Thanks again for hanging with us, brother. We
Thanks
appreciate
for hanging
it. All
with
right.
us.
It's been a time.
Take care, man. Thanks a
bud.
lot. And we will talk at him very, very, very soon.
We'll talk at him.
As soon as we get a chance. We're going to talk right at him.
I might bring him down and get a live interview either before or after the show or something.
Yeah. Oh, so you're going to head down to the show?
I'm going to go.
Fucking right on. Good for you, man.
Great.
Dude, you're going to have a blast. I'm telling you.
I'm going to show up looking like this.